The reason why we want to do this in Montreal, I live in Montreal. I love Montreal. I've done a bunch of French specials in Montreal. So Montreal knows me. French people know me. In English, people know me, but for the wrong reasons. People in English know me as the guy that hurt that little handicapped boy with my joke. That's what I fucking gotta live through. Every fucking... Because here's the thing. If you hadn't heard, I got sued by my government, and I lost. I had to pay $42,000 because of a joke to the Human Rights Commission. Human Rights Commission, and I didn't pay. I'm not gonna pay either. But I found out, I didn't even know that the Human Rights Commission existed. I knew that, there's a Human Rights Tribunal in Holland. I knew about that. I knew the Human Rights Tribunal in Holland, they go after war criminals, they go after evil dictators. We have that here in Canada too, and they came after me, and I found out that they existed when I saw their fucking name on my caller ID. I still have a landline at home because my dad's old and that's a number he knows. So I see, the phone rings and I see Commission des droits de la personne in French, Human Rights Commission. And I was like, what the fuck? Why are the human rights? I was like, oh shit. They probably saw me on TV and they think I'm Kim Jong-un. So I was like, oh fuck, I gotta lose weight. I gotta puff down. I'm too fucking puffy. So I pick up the phone, and this woman just starts yelling at me. The woman starts yelling at me. She's like, Mr. Ward, we're calling about one of your jokes. We think you know the one. She didn't even tell me what joke it was. And here's the thing. I'm not gonna guess. I'm not gonna play that game, because if I guess right, I get sued once. If I guess wrong, I get sued twice. That's how that... Because seriously, I have pedophile jokes that are only legal in Thailand, so I can't play those sort of fucking weird games. And the woman explained, it was a joke. I did this joke about a little kid who was kind of like a Make-A-Wish Foundation kid. And Make-A-Wish, for those of you who don't know what the Make-A-Wish Foundation is, they're the people that send little kids to Disney World. Like, they find little kids that are dying of diseases and they just fucking send them to Disney World. So they find a kid with cancer and they're like, what do you want, Billy? And Billy's like, I want to go to Disney World. And they send them to Disney World, and they find a little kid with like syphilis, and I don't know how a little boy would get it. Maybe his uncle has syphilis and he's like really good at keeping secrets. So they send him to Disney World. And they ask him, they're like, what's your wish? And he goes, can I get a separate room for my uncle? That'd be nice. No, but they send little kids to Disney World. That's what they do. This little kid, not a Make-A-Wish kid, but same difference. It was there used to be this TV show on French TV here in Quebec called Donner au Suivant that they made dreams come true. This little boy, he was a little boy. He was dying of some weird disease named Treacher Collins. I didn't even know what that was until I Googled myself, and then I found out that I fucking for some reason hate those people. But but I don't hate those people. But he had this weird disease called Treacher Collins. He's a little deaf boy. He was 7 years old, and his wish on the TV show, his wish was to sing for the Pope. That was his 7-year-old wish, which is a shitty wish. That's a shitty wish. That's the worst goddamn wish. But he was deaf, so I guess he hadn't heard about what Catholics do with little kids, so he wanted to go sing his little heart out, and he went. Sang his heart out, and it was amazing. For real, it was very touching. It was moving. I was touched, and it was beautiful, and it sounded like garbage because he's deaf. So of course it's going to sound like garbage because you can't prepare. You can't prepare for your big concert if you're deaf. Like, even if you have the best vocal coach, you could hire like Adele. You could get Adele to come to your house, and Adele would be like, okay, repeat after me. La, 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 ba, ba, ba. Oh, that's okay. Oh, look, all right. Okay. we'll take it down. We'll try and take it down. She'd be like, okay, all right, we'll go la, 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 ba, ba, ba. All right, you're ready for the Pope. So anyway, he sang for the Pope, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful, for real. It was beautiful. I was moved. I was very touched, and everyone here was touched. Like, that chick got front page news. That little boy became famous in Quebec. He became, like, French famous in Quebec. He was front page news of every fucking newspaper, every magazine. It was him on the cover singing for the Pope. Celine Dion heard about him. She flew him down to Vegas. He opened for Celine in Vegas. That was front page news. That was even bigger. Then the hockey team here, the Montreal Canadiens, booked him. He sang the national anthem. That was front page news. Then a couple months went by. He came out with an album. That was front page news. A couple years went by. He came out with a book about his life. That was like page 30 news, but it was news. But I remember when he came out with his book, I was like, why isn't he dead yet? Like, wasn't he supposed to die? We gave you a wish. He's a goddamn wish thief is what he is. He stole a fucking wish.